We often get told that if we work hard, we will get the corresponding rewards. This is undeniably true, but life, intricate and unpredictable, doesn't always adhere to such a straightforward equation. In many sports, athletes often experience the phenomenon of choking under pressure. When they try too hard to perform well in a crucial moment, they may be anxious, lose focus, and end up making mistakes that they wouldn't make under normal circumstances. Here's a basketball clip where LeBron James had a chance to win the game on a free throw play. Despite being highly skilled and experienced, LeBron finds himself in a moment where he feels the weight of expectations and the desire to control the outcome, and as a result, he missed the shot. This not only happened in sports, but in every aspect of life. This is the paradox of effort. When less is more is a phrase often used to express a frustrating situation where one's efforts to achieve something seems to have the opposite effect. It implies that the more energy and effort you put into something, the less successful or satisfying the outcome becomes. While it may not always be the case, there are situations where this phenomenon can occur. We can find this more in the philosophy of Taoism, which is called Wu Wei, the concept of effortless action. Wu Wei suggests that in certain situations, the best course of action is to let go of excessive effort and allow things to unfold naturally. It is about finding a state of flow and harmony with the environment, rather than forcefully imposing one's will. For example, when we overthink and overanalyze, we continuously ruminate on the various possibilities and potential outcomes. This mental state can lead to increased anxiety, stress, and loss of focus. Our minds become overwhelmed with a constant barrage of thoughts and considerations, making it challenging to make clear decisions or take effective action. The more we try to exert control and forcefully impose our will on the situation, the more we may find ourselves entangled in a web of uncertainty and unease. We can observe the application of effortless action or Wu Wei in situations such as overthinking and overanalyzing. Often, when we put excessive mental effort into a task or situation, we tend to overthink and overanalyze, which can have negative consequences. In the philosophy of Taoism, Wu Wei teaches us that in such instances, it may be more beneficial to let go of this excessive effort and allow things to unfold naturally. For example, when trying to come up with innovative ideas or solutions to problems, excessive pressure or effort can inhibit our ability to think outside the box. Sometimes, stepping back and allowing our minds to relax and roam around can lead to better outcomes. Another relevant concept that aligns with the idea of effortless action is the paradoxical intention, as popularized by Viktor Frankl. Paradoxical intention suggests that when we excessively focus on achieving a particular outcome, we may inadvertently create a sense of anxiety or desperation that hampers our ability to perform effectively. This can lead to suboptimal results. While ambition and goals can be motivating, an excessive attachment to a desired outcome can generate intense pressure and fear of failure. This pressure can trigger anxiety, which in turn interferes with our ability to perform at our best. By excessively fixating on a result, we may become consumed by the fear of not achieving it, leading to a heightened self-consciousness, self-doubt, and diminished confidence. This mental state can hinder our ability to concentrate, make sound decisions, and execute tasks with skills and precision. To counteract the negative effects of paradoxical intention, it is beneficial to adopt a more detached and relaxed mindset. Instead of placing all our focus on the end result, we can shift our attention to the present moment and the process itself. In essence, paradoxical intention teaches us that sometimes the best way to achieve our goals is by letting go of this excessive importance we place on them. By adopting a more relaxed and detached mindset, we can reduce anxiety, perform more effectively, and increase our chances of attaining the desired outcomes. This approach aligns with the philosophy of Wu Wei, emphasizing the power of finding a state of flow and harmony rather than forcefully striving for a specific outcome. As Soren Kierkegaard once said, life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. In the realm of relationships and social interactions, the concept of effortless action or Wu Wei holds significance. When we strive excessively to impress others or seek their approval, we run the risk of appearing insincere or desperate, which can hinder our ability to form a genuine connection or friendships. In social situations, it is natural to desire acceptance and positive regards from others. However, when we put excessive efforts in trying to impress or gain approval, we often lose sight of our authentic selves. We may adopt behaviors, opinions, or attitudes that are not genuine but rather an attempt to fit into a perceived mold or meet certain expectations. In contrast, embracing the principle of Wu Wei encourages us to be authentic and natural in our interactions. It invites us to let go of the need for external validation and focus on cultivating genuine connections. People are more likely to respond positively to our genuine selves, and we in turn can connect with others on a deeper level. Like Zhuangzi said, happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. We can also learn Wu Wei on Stoicism. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, teaches us the importance of distinguishing between what is within your control and what is not. He advises focusing your efforts and energy on things you have control over, such as your own thoughts and actions, rather than becoming frustrated by external circumstances beyond your control. When you obsessively invest in your efforts in trying to control external circumstances, you often find yourself feeling helpless, anxious, or disappointed. You may be consumed by frustrations as your expectations clash with the realities of the external world. This not only drains your energy, but also impairs your ability to make clear and effective decisions. By accepting the limitations of your control and focusing on your internal states, you develop a sense of self-mastery. You become less attached to the outcomes of external events and more attuned to your own values and principles. This shift in perspective allows you to respond to life challenges with wisdom, integrity, and calmness. Just like in a river, we will only suffer by going against the current. We need to trust the natural flow. By trusting the natural flow, we recognize that life is not always predictable or controllable. We understand that there are forces at play beyond our immediate influence, and that attempting to manipulate every outcome to fit our expectations is a futile endeavor. Instead, we choose to align ourselves with the current of life, allowing it to guide us on our journey. Trusting the natural flow entails being open to new possibilities. It means having the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances, even when they are deviated from our initial plans or aspirations. Rather than resisting the unexpected twists and turns that life presents, we embrace them as opportunities for growth and learning. In this state of openness, we are attuned to the subtle cues and intuitive nudges that guide us towards the right path. By trusting the natural flow, we tap into a deeper wisdom that transcends our limited perspective, enabling us to make choices that are aligned with our authentic selves. Trusting the natural flow also requires a degree of surrender. It is an act of releasing our attachment to a specific outcome and surrendering to the wisdom of the universe. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. Rather, it is a recognition that sometimes the best course of action is to let go and allow life to unfold organically. There's a saying, trust your gut. So, what is Wu Wei? Wu Wei is about practicing non-action, which is focusing on what you can control, embrace accepting the present moment, let go of attachment to outcomes, trust the natural flow, Find balance and harmony, be your authentic self, and at last, enjoy life. Challenge accepted.